been.
Oh, he's trying to tell me to shut up.
Very deliberate.
Oh, very heat in there, boy. The little brother was on the pad and then took a step over.
Yeah, he made a big production.
Yeah, he said, I'll shut him up in a minute.
Yeah.
So, well, if I see you step off the pad, I know it's time to shut
serious.
up. It's time to shut up. Okay, here. I'm gonna move this a little closer. So we're gonna fill that up tonight.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we did the show. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, the show I actually didn't show up to.
Boy, you had a heck of a match, boy. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay, good.
Well, you had a heck of a we'll talk about that. I feel naked. Well, look. I've never seen this place this clean.
I know,
I'm moving in right there. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Daddy Don't You Wrestle. You're the claps. Our time is George. How was your weekend?
Bullet, thank you so much for asking. I feel I don't.
As I do every time.
Yeah. Thank you for asking me every week how I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, Bullet, I am. Oh, I sent you the picture of Bullet Bob Armstrong. Holding
Send
Bullet.
a picture of Bullet to Bullet.
I sent a picture
Very
of Bullet
meta.
to Bullet.
Very meta.
Holding. Oh, that was a very special moment for me. Anyway, and the funny thing was he was fixing to open and start draining it, but they had to stop him. He didn't even see this great picture. But anyway, it didn't get open. So anyway, Bullet, thank you so much for asking again. We are here at Dad You Don't Work Your Studios. You may notice way out there in TV land. Bullet. Now, I don't think I've ever seen them chairs there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Have they always been there?
Yeah, they've always been there. At least for a while. At least for a while now.
Bullet, great week that I had. I want to thank everyone, first of all, that came out Saturday morning to Eastside Missionary Baptist Church there in Concord. I mean, you had a great match.
Okay.
I know you weren't able to
say, which may or may not include me.
Yeah. Well, you can work, boy, when you ain't there. I'm just telling you that right now.
I bet. I hear it.
So, anyway, great turnout, Bullet. Just amazing time. I love when you do a first show and nobody really kind of knows what to expect. Of course, we're used to that, but they had a real good turnout. I mean, and it was kind of neat because it was all free. Of course, they served, hot dogs and stuff to everyone that came. Of course, used our students. Bullet set the ring up right in a freshly cut field, which was very easy setup. Bullet basically just pulled the ring truck there and dumped it and left the ring truck. So great time. The guys did very good. My sweet daughter was able to come. How she's not got tired of this. I think she just comes to hear me yell at the students. Bullet, very old school, no sound system, no microphone, just yelling a lot. Bullet, very good. Good hot dogs, homemade. You know, church women, boy, they know how to cook. That's all I'm saying right now. Not that that's why everybody came, but anyway, great turnout, Bullet. I did meet with the one guy that hates me and claims to be me. Felt like I was talking to myself. Okay, but we did hug, Bullet, which I knew he was going to do.
But you didn't even know he hated you until I told you.
No, exactly.
It didn't make a difference. I should have just waited a day. He'd already forgiven me.
Oh yes, and it killed me.
Which makes me learn. Just wait a while, and people will say they're sorry.
And I'm hoping he's back to hate me because what fun is it when people forgive you? Okay, there's no heat there, Bullet.
Especially when you knew that they hated you, and then by the time that you found out they don't hate you anymore, you just want to go back to hating you because you already used that energy up.
Yes, exactly.
People are way too forgiving.
Oh, way too forgiving, Bullet. And
let's draw some lines in the sand. Let's be the most divisive we've ever been in this country. Let's hate each other. And the second anybody gives their opinions on everything, let's just shoot them down and call them a Nazi.
And Bullet, listen to me. And listen, and what aggravated me is how's that? You can't even be a good heel nowadays. Okay, you see what I'm saying? I mean, if Eddie Gilbert ran over Jerry Lawler, he would put on the brakes first, or go back and apologize and pick him up and dust him off. You see what I'm saying? It's just hard to be a good heel nowadays. But anyway, so and then of course we finished up there, Bullet, and then some of us traveled to Sawmills, North Carolina, from a good friend Chris up there. Promotion he had. This is the third time I think that I went back up. Already got a return date to come back. He even used 2 of our students, Bullet, in the opening match. Well, here, and this was kind of a funny moment where I got to yell is the student that I used, the same student at my show earlier had some brand new gear, okay? Lime green looking, very tough looking, I mean,
very Jason Jones 2005.
Oh, yes, very Jason Jones before the shoulder pads and before all that. But anyway, so great outfit. He looked good, had a good little match. So I get him the same match that night. And so he's getting ready to go to the ring, and he's got his black shorts on, Bullet. And I asked, well, so where'd you gear? And he said, well, he wanted to match He thought he was going to be in a tag with our other student who wears black. So he, instead of impressing me, that's what I'm getting at, Bullet. Instead of, he said I wanted to match. You should match George, is what I'm saying. But anyway,
if I've got $500 gear and my other guy's got like the most boring regular color and this is whatever, I'm wearing the $500.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Exactly. The guy should have matched him. It reminds me of a quick story, Bullet. Remember when I used to go to WWF? That was very strict rules up there. Is that your gear could not match who you were working. Okay. That's very strict up there, but I don't know if it still is nowadays. But my problem always existed when I would pull someone out like Ultimate Warrior, who had like every color in the crayon crawler box on him. So it was very hard. Luckily, I just had plain old black.
Well, then let's just take the Ultimate Warrior example. If somebody tags with the Ultimate Warrior, do they go? Does the Ultimate Warrior go? I gotta take my face paint off because I don't match Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
In the match from hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Like the Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter, they match. So me and Hulk Hogan got a match. So I gotta take the face paint off.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anything, Hulk Hogan's gonna put the face paint on.
That's exactly right.
So.
That's exactly right. Good point. They kind of let me slide a little bit because they knew all I had was black. I did like turn it in side out one time where you could see the lining, the white lining, so it looked like I had black and white on. Mm-hmm. So I was always ready for any of that. So anyway, just a great weekend, Bullet. I know you this week, right, is fixing to get big, or is it?
Oh yeah, this whole upcoming. Like we're on the eve of a very long stretch of comedy shows for me. I have a show at the Evening News on Wednesday, a show at Cabarrus Brewing Company on Thursday. I then have Big Time Wrestling on Friday.
Yes.
Then I am at Eagle Speak for a Hurricane Irma relief fundraiser show Saturday night. Then Sunday I will be at Crown Station doing a comedy show there. And then Tuesday I'll be at the Comedy Zone. Then not this upcoming Thursday, but the Thursday after that, I'll be at Petra's. So basically, just about every venue that allows comedy to take place here in Charlotte, I will be doing all of them.
So that's what you just answered.
I'm exhausted at saying all that.
Oh boy, we may have to break this. You may have to take a drink of water. That's all I'm saying.
And I didn't devolve into the Comedy Zone schedule. What sometimes happens when I start giving dates, I just start getting in a revolving door of like listing all these other dates. But that's.
I am very happy. Thank you for asking me. I was wondering if Sonny and Cher will be together in Raleigh this coming Friday.
Raleigh at least.
Yes.
Spartanburg, you're on your own. All right.
Okay.
Like that place can burn down for all I care. And when I say that place, I mean South Carolina.
Oh yeah, exactly. So we will be together Friday, big time wrestling show. Jerry Lawler, Terry Funk, rock and roll, big show. We're trying to get Starcade in before Starcade comes. So anyway, a lot of stuff happening in the metropolis of wrestling.
When did this become the epicenter?
That's what I'm saying. It just, like somebody just
I think Philadelphia's mad, but Philadelphia's always mad. You know, like
Philly
and North Jersey, they're just pissed off.
Here's what I don't understand. All of a sudden, things are going nuts here in the Carolinas, the wrestling capital of the world, but I don't understand.
And somehow I lucked out and I was here. But very Charlie Brownish. I'm here as a broken down old man who's going senile, whose body's falling apart, who's wrestling on one leg and half a brain, but somehow I'm in the hottest, the hotbed of professional wrestling now. Why couldn't that happen like when I was like 25 or 26 or 27 in the prime of my career? No, this is the worst place to be.
And what I think's funny is every day we're on the social media and we see guys that are like, offering up their child, they're offering up their just to get in it, just to get somewhere to get a show. You know what I'm saying? And I don't make light of that.
Leave me alone. I had to tell people like, are you going to book me or not? And you go, well, we do have a spot. I was like, whatever. Just you explaining this booking to me is way too long. Get out of here.
Oh, exactly.
I don't even want to hear.
This is good, boy. We're trying to start a GoFundMe account to get a day off. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Last night after this past weekend, of course, I had the 2 shows on Saturday.
Yes, sure did. Double shot.
Double shot on Saturday, and then I wrestled 3 matches on Sunday. And then keep in mind, on top of all of that, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I also was working on the upcoming PWG Blu-rays. So as soon as I'd get back from these shows, I was staying up until 2, 3 at night to work on these things, then get up early. And that's basically what my cycle was. And I finished that up yesterday on Monday. And I was going to go off and do an open mic. And I just said, screw it. And I was like, I can't deal with this. I need a break. I need food. I need sleep. I need to stop. I need to shut my brain off if I want to get through with this upcoming week. Because I record a podcast and do a mic tonight. So I was like, you know what? I just need to stop. And I got a break.
Good for you.
Last night for about 6 or 8 hours. And my girlfriend wanted. I was like, oh, that's great. We'll spend time with each other. But I didn't realize what I really need is a break from everything, even her and everybody else. So finally, it just turned into a 4-hour break where I was just by myself alone with my thoughts, which I don't do anymore. And then once I was alone with my thoughts, I realized why I don't do that anymore. That's bad. That's a bad idea.
That's bad.
So I need to get. I need to.
Have a little quiet time. I love that.
It's not good being alone with your thoughts. Turns out that's when you hate yourself the most. So
that's when you get heat with yourself. When you have that quiet time.
That's when you just randomly, just yell out, "You're a moron," and then you remember. And the reason why you did that is because you remembered something from 5 years ago. Yes. That's why you don't spend time alone. That's why you don't spend time alone.
Hey, Bullet, what did our grandpas and grandmas tell us? An idle mind is the devil's workshop.
This is true.
That's very true.
The devil was at work last night.
We don't mean Kevin Sullivan. We mean the devil. So anyway, Bullet. So busy week. Bullet. We'll be together Friday. Hope everybody comes out. Great time playing.
He's load in, load out for the ring. That's
yes.
I love.
Oh, you got that right. Nothing else matters after that. No. I'm hoping. I doubt it'll come. I'm hoping Lawler brings the Batmobile. Nah, dang, maybe too far. I don't know if it
maybe
it or not.
Just a little bit too far.
I know.
If it was Nashville, maybe.
Oh
Nashville,
man,
maybe.
I'm gonna see that Batmobile. My good friend Mark James, the author of this. Well, that'd have been a good tag at the end. But remember that name, Mark James, who wrote this book. He actually was at the Comic-Con this weekend with Lawler in Memphis, and Lawler actually brought the Batmobile. So it's pretty cool. So Mark James sent me a picture and said, look what I'm looking at all day, okay? And it's just, oh my God, rub it in, okay? So anyway, a lot going on, Bullet. Idiot of the week. I'll be glad to.
I got.
Oh, I think I pulled something, Bullet.
Yeah, that's why. Just let me do it. Plus, I need a good stretch. I'm a little locked up right now, and from like
you got to get ready for this outbreak of zombie-ish wrestling that has broke loose in the Carolinas. Yes. Bullet, cage matches. I get tickled how everybody's so excited. Cage matches are coming. There's a cage match every week in Greensboro, but I know. But anyway, just glad to see everybody get a lot of work. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, my favorite part of the segment, except when we first sit down, I kind of like that because we kind of bond and then we unbond real quick. Bullet, like me and several past girlfriends. But anyway, that's another stuff. Anyway, Bullet, Idiot of the Week, my favorite segment. No, I will not, on a side note, throw my beloved Dallas Cowboys in, who basically got killed. I'll be the first to admit it. Bullet, let's do it. On a side note, Jerry Jones, when you catch this episode, brother, listen, you owe us, the South family. Bullet, when you bring your whole family into a little chicken wing place and every one of them has a Cowboy jersey, Jerry Jones, I don't know what it's going to have to take. Bro, you know when I knew he was in trouble, Bullet? Now, they actually, I don't know if you saw it, but they played in Denver. They actually stopped this game for 40 minutes because of the weather. Now, I know there was some lightning, but it was basically rain. And that Joe Buck guy, the announcer, even asked Troy Aikman, said, Troy, have you ever seen anything like? And Troy took the mic and said, brother, listen, had a big Super Bowl ring. He said, brother, listen, I have never seen a football game be stopped. Even when I played from Pee Wee on to get stopped. So what is a little like? They did. They shut the game down, boy. And what got me is, I don't know, as times have passed us by, I think, Bullet. You know, where is the Dick Buckus in the mud with the bleeding knuckles, and the fans sitting up there shivering.
Gale Sayers scored in 5 touchdowns in the mud.
In the mud. I mean, anyway.
Being the only person that can run.
Bullet, so they called it off, 40 minutes, shut everything down, which hurt Dad and Pawpaw because you're basically in this chicken wing place spending money for 40 minutes and hoping, that your little grandbaby chews on that chicken leg bone a little bit longer. But amazing how much food they can go through when there's nothing to watch. So anyway, but it didn't help. They came back. Dallas basically got killed. Seriously.
But you know what? They needed that game. They needed that game to lose. So they realized they're not going to run through the league.
That's right.
They were very focused on division rivals, the Giants.
Yes.
They were focused on them, and they thought about them all year, especially since the Giants was one of the only teams, other than the team they lost in the playoff, the only teams they lost to all year long.
Yes.
So they had a revenge game. They wanted to get them down in Dallas. Trust, I'm just parroting what I heard on Skip and Shannon on Undisputed. That's all. Because they did a whole 45-minute segment on it. I actually had to fast forward through it because it was just getting too long.
Boy.
But basically, Skip Bayless put it
Dang.
past. It's like they needed to have this
Man.
game. They had to lose this. They had to get serious and have to realize they're not going to walk through the rest of the league. They got to get tough.
But you just
but
made
then
me feel bad.
it's tough seeing Zeke.
Yeah.
You see his, because it is in adversity is where you find out your true character.
Yes.
And seeing Zeke basically have a bad attitude about stuff.
Oh yeah.
Seeing his true character kind of disturbed
If we
me a little
lost
bit.
him right now, we wouldn't lose nothing. And you know what I'm saying? If he gets,
But it's nice to know that Dak's still going out there. He's making 50 pass attempts. So even when other things are falling apart around you, you still have some of your people still trying to rise above. But at the same time,
you made me feel better.
They needed to lose this. They might as well. It's better to lose week 2 than the second round of the playoffs.
That's very true.
So
Thank you. I need to
rather
go out the car and get my Cowboy jersey that I was fixing to burn. But anyway, thank you, Bullet. But let me. Boy, we're going to end. We can't end this segment on a good note. You just made me feel better. But folks, listen to me real quick. The idiot of the week. I hate to kick a brother when he's down. Okay, I hate to kick. Just another part of my past is disappearing. Bullet. They didn't want to regroup. They didn't want to restructure. They're going out of business. I know you have probably saw it. My all-time favorite, I spent a lot of money there. Toys R Us has announced that they're done. The run is over.
Filing for bankruptcy, so I don't know what that quite means as far as stores closing.
Well, but we both have been in that place. And I'm going to throw them in there.
We were required to for work because those classic Jack's 2-packs, they were very hard to get. And Toys R Us was the only place to get those. And they sold very well online. So we were required to find every Toys R Us on the way from here to wherever our show was. And to buy as many 2-packs of British Bulldogs, 2-packs of Rock and Roll Express, 2-packs of the Russians, 2-packs of the Brain Busters.
I remember that, boy.
Whatever. We were required to go to Toys R Us to buy up all of the special Jack's classic 2-packs for highspots.com. So I've spent many times at Toys R Us. Also, too, when you're on the road and you're looking for a clean bathroom, and sometimes you can't always find a rest area or in your metropolitan area, some of the best places to take, a very private number 2 bathroom break, always Toys R Us early in the morning. Because parents have already taken their kid to the bathroom, whatever, and all that stuff, so nobody's messed it up. You can get right in there at 11 o'clock, and you can do your business and get out. That was always my go-to, was Toys R Us bathrooms are very particularly clean, so I'll be missing that.
So, and it is allegedly that I'm putting them in the idiot bag, only because, Bullet, we both go all over the country. We see small wrestling companies that should have went bankrupt and that shouldn't even be running a show. I'm talking about, John Doe somewhere, whatever. And they're still found, you know what I'm saying?
But a toy company.
A toy company.
That's like a candy shop closing down.
Oh, exactly. That's thank you, Bullet. That summed up. I should just shut up. Okay. But, Bullet.
That's like the cereal aisle being closed at a grocery store.
That's exactly right.
There is high demand for your product.
Bullet, that, an old friend of mine back in the day used to say there's 3 things that will always exist. And he said food, women, and toys. I don't know what he meant by that. I didn't ask. But you're exactly right. The demand,
because no kids are freaking out when they go like, you know what, my kid, I can't control him whenever he looks up on Amazon.com's toy section. I just lose all track of him, and I can't control him when he looks on that thing on his iPad. No, it's like you walk into Toys R Us and they go crazy.
I know. So,
or no parents doing that. That's a time killer.
So before, and they may pull out of this, but I will put that huge toy company. That probably one of the last ones in the world.
Put Jeffrey the giraffe in there.
Oh, yes.
Put him in there.
Because
Jeffrey fell asleep at the wheel. What's wrong with you?
You give us...
Jeffrey, you're a giraffe. You should be able to... You got all the hindsight in the world.
He should have saw this coming.
Exactly.
Oh, boy, I got to hear a drum roll on that. Feel free to use that as a comedy song.
I might.
Yeah, Jeffrey... I got to tell Dark Journey. That's good, boy. We got to remember that. I got to write that down. Jeffrey the giraffe should have saw the bankruptcy coming. So, he will go in the idiot bag too. It just breaks my heart. Part of our childhood, boy. But I just think it's too quick for them to jump the gun, even talking about bankruptcy. Because I think they would we would keep it. I mean, honestly, you could readjust, is what I'm getting at, and I'm being serious, and restructure to where, can a toy company stay open? I mean, there's always going to be kids. And it's just that excitement of, like you said, walking in,
seeing the packages,
exactly.
The kids, are you telling me that the kids today, they just see something online? Like, that's no different than looking at a catalog.
That's exactly
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, there's a sense of excitement of seeing it there before in front of you and talking to mom and dad and going to the register and buying that for you.
So thank you, Bull.
So maybe there's just crappy parents. Maybe it's just crappy parents not buying toys anymore.
That's what it is.
Because I tell you what, it's going to work.
That's right.
It's no matter if it's in the 1920s or
no, it is
2320.
But it's the bullet. It's the parents doing like they do at our gimmick tables. They're bringing the kids into Toys R Us, but telling the cashier, "Oh, we ain't got any money."
And just yanking them away.
Yeah, we ain't got any money.
That's the problem.
The parents are letting the kids go in and look like they do our gimmick tables, but they're not letting them buy anything.
Yeah, because they're spending all their money on opioids.
How
about that?
That's exactly right. So, good analyze, Bullet. You made me feel better. Thank you. That's what a good co-host does.
Yeah, like I said, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp argued about it for 45 minutes. I heard every angle of it 18 times over. I feel okay about it. We haven't hit full stop on the season, but it is something to be concerned with. It's probably best case scenario.
Oh, and a quick side note, Bullet, before we do this, I was going to mention this real quick. You know, we did the event at the church earlier Saturday morning, and I was going to put a little story in here real quick before we go.
Might as well. I felt like we were going short, but it turns out we're going long now.
Yeah.
So
but,
go right
Bullet, now this, and I know you don't understand this, and I'm not getting up on my soapbox and preaching church or anything like this, but we were at a church. The sign says church. Even though there's a wrestling ring, the church is feeding you free food. Okay, so this family, this man and woman, not a family, but a husband and wife, I guess, were sitting up on a hill, and they were there at like 1 o'clock. The wrestling's not going to start till 3. So anyway, so I was talking to the pastor, so they yell across the field. They said, well, when's the wrestling starting? And the pastor said, well, it'll be here in a couple hours. But the pastor, sweet guy, he said this. He said, but y'all are welcome to go down to the house, to the office there and eat. There's some free food down there. And the dad, Bullet, listen to this. The dad, there's always a time and a place to be a jerk, but this wasn't the time. The dad actually yelled back to the pastor. He said, oh, no, we're not hungry. He said, I think we'll just go get a couple beers. Now, Bullet, I know, this is 12 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? Well, that's his own business.
I can't judge that.
But, no, I know.
I've made that mistake many times.
I know, but Bullet, he said it. I don't even think he went to go get a beer. I think he said it to be like a heel. You know what I'm saying?
Once again, I've done that same thing.
I know, but you may have felt it, but you were there, and you didn't do that, okay? So, what I'm saying, Bullet, I waited till the pastor turned around, and then I just went up the hill when the pastor was looking, and I told the guy, I said, don't be a jerk. Really. So, and I'm telling you right now, I hope I never see them two again. They didn't even stay for the event. But what I'm saying is, Bullet, I think, and this ain't allegedly, this is fact, I think he just said that to be a jerk.
Oh, I think so.
You know what I'm saying?
But unfortunately, I'm going to let you throw that stone. I'm not going to cast the first stone on that.
I'm going to throw 2 stones.
I live in a glass house in that state of a scenario.
Well,
you know.
But Bullet, listen, and I'm not saying, he can go get a beer, whatever he wants to do, but I think it was intentionally addressed because he was there. Like like we ain't done heard something like that before. When we do our racetrack shows, people are drinking beer during the racetrack show. So anyway, I just thought that was very
pop at the racetrack.
I know, and so I just thought that was very jerkish. I just thought that's my own personal opinion here. So anyway, folks, thank y'all so much, folks. But what ain't allegedly going out of business is, of course, highspots.com, and that's where you get
the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com, which has not filed for chapter 11, 12, 13, or 14 yet. But no one else comes with chapters, the second greatest book of all time. And if you want to keep up with my hefty schedule, especially with Big Time Wrestling, since me and George will be together, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutMan or on Instagram at ManScoutMan. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Good show. Bullet.
I was a little worried we were going to go short. We were going to go short.
We pulled a couple jokes out of here. You see what I'm saying? A little comedy's on stuff.
Yeah.
Even the one about the chapters.
Yeah,
Bullet.
I think so.
You may file for chapter bankruptcy, but you can read a chapter in this book. That'd get a drum roll or something, Bullet.
I know I'm a pro.
But I like the Jeffrey Giraffe.